Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video we are going to talk about all the losers calling for tops and bottoms. 100k is next, $1,000 Bitcoin is next. When I woke up this morning I got so freaking annoyed by all the social media wankers that were just right away calling for the bottom, and I just felt like I had to bring this message out to press the brake a little bit and to kind of make everyone level-headed again. First of all, you will never hear me say this is the bottom, we're going up from here, this was the top, we're picking out, we're going lower. There is no one, and I mean no one in the world, in the history of men, who can consistently call for tops and bottoms. No one. Now you have these people who are saying 20 times this was the bottom, this was the bottom, this was the bottom, and then once they're finally really right and it was the bottom, we're going higher, they say, oh, told you so, in a place that comment or tweet everywhere of social media, and everyone's saying, oh my god, the guy's amazing, he called the bottom exactly. And we're gonna forget again that he was 20 times, he's saying it, 19 times he was wrong, one time he was right. If you can consistently call tops and bottoms, make it your profession, because you will be the first and the only one in the world who can do it, and you will be some kind of freaking magician, and you will most likely become a billionaire if you can exactly call tops and bottoms. Even the best and the brightest hedge funds managers cannot do this on a consistent base. You can be right 1 or 2 or 3 times, but you can never be it on a consistent base. I am also not interested in tops and bottoms. I am interested in where's the money and what is the direction of the market in today, tomorrow, and next week. And what's going to happen in a year from now, 5 years from now, no one knows, no one can predict. It's also not important. No one knew that Russia would really invade Ukraine and what kind of problems they would have for the supply chain. No one will really expected that Corona will flood over the world and the stock markets will crash down and then V-spike back up. No one expected it, but it's fine. You don't need to know all of that. Like I said, what is most important is where's the money going? Are we going in? Are we going out? And where's the direction of the market going? If you know that already, then you won half of trading. I am going to show you a few examples of what could be possible bottoms and tops and how to maybe a little bit signal it, but also why most of these retards are wrong, and why I'm so freaking annoyed by it, because they're dragging along so many people with their just useless comments, and just for the sake of all the likes and the tweets and the oh my god, look at me social media guys. I freaking hate it. Alright, let's dive into the chart and let's see what I can show you. So now we're having 2 green days. Great, and now everyone is right away saying that was the bottom. Guess what? Here we also had a few green days. We went all the way to 48k. Everyone said we passed here the resistance. Now 56 is up, 70k, 100k is next. Why wasn't this the bottom? Why wasn't this the bottom? Why should this be the bottom? You just don't know, and that is completely fine. You don't need to know. So what I'm a little bit annoyed by is that people that say, yeah, that was it and we're going higher from here. If you want to find possible bottoms, then you want to see a place where there is a lot of stuff coming together that could signal a possible bottom. For instance, here where we said, hey, we had a golden pocket, hey, we had support, hey, we had this support, we had this support, hey, we also had a bullish divergence on the lower time frames where we talked about yesterday. I will also show you this chart later on Market Cipher. Actually, let's do that right now. When you could say, hey, you know what, we had the momentum wave here coming up, and we had the price making a lower low. That is the bullish divergence. We're going higher. But also, like I said in yesterday's video, just because we're going higher for a little bit doesn't mean that we are right away signaling top. I mean, look at this right here. We also have a green day here. We have a green day here, but we're still going lower. And the same goes for here. How many people said all the times, yeah, here we're going to 100k. No, this was the bottom. This was the bottom. This was the bottom, this is the bottom, and you see that we're still constantly grinding lower or going sideways. So you see that we also have a bunch of green days within a downturn. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to 10K and that was it and we're going lower. I'm just saying that we need to be a little bit more neutral in this before we are calling tops and bottoms, because we just don't know. Now, I think the 20K play is still 100% in the cards. I'm not saying it will 100% happen, but I'm always just pointing out two scenarios. Hey, if we're going down, I'm looking for these levels. If we're going up, I'm looking for these levels. And I'm just following the trend. So if in this case we are going down, let me see. In this case we are going down, then we're looking at these levels, etc, etc, etc. This is the trend. We are going lower. If we're going sideways or we're going a little bit up, then you see here I have a whole bunch of yellow lines. Then these are the levels that I'm looking out for. All right. I'm trying not to get completely annoyed by everything. Let me see, I wrote some stuff down. This stuff is important, what I'm going to tell you. Something else I want to tell about the people calling for tops and bottoms. The thing with the crypto crap space is that every kid with $100 on his bank account and a laptop buys crypto or Bitcoin, changes his status to investor, and suddenly started calling for tops and bottoms. These same people, I have never ever heard them calling for tops and bottoms on the dollar, the yen, the euro, gold, silver, other commodities, stocks, ETFs, you name it. The whole market investment, wherever money flows to, it's kind of like that doesn't exist, but then there's only crypto crap and Bitcoin. And I feel like if you're such a genius in calling tops and bottoms and saying we're going to 100K, we're going to see this level this time, please do me a favor, also do it in other assets and show me how talented you are. Now you could say, oh Ray, that's very easy for you to say because you're never calling a top or a bottom, so it's very easy to just shit on other people. I am not so arrogant to say that I know exactly where the top is and exactly where the bottom is. I am just looking for signals that come together at a specific level, at a specific time, that could signal a top or a bottom. For example, again, we're going to the charts and I'm going to show you exactly why I said this yesterday. We know that this is a support. We also knew that it was Eastern and the markets were closed. That's why, although I was in a short, I closed it, although I could have made much more money by exiting it here, but I just knew that both scenarios could be in play. And we have a golden pocket, we have a support, we have Eastern, so we could wick up and we could wick down. And by not being exposed to that kind of risk, I closed my position. You could always say, well, you can always make more money, less money. Yeah, you could be. But we are not in the game for guessing tops and bottoms. We are in the game to make money on the long term. And we do that by proper risk management. And like I said, by just following the money, following direction, we already gain half. Now, of course, there will always be tops and bottoms because the price goes up and down. And once we know that the market is turning into a different direction, we can also change our strategy from a short to a long, or from a long to a short. It's that how easy it is. I said in yesterday's video, we could definitely go up to 40K, 42K, 44K, and then reverse again. Let me show you what I mean. Here we are going down right now. We had the bounce from the golden pocket, we are going up, we are above resistance, that all looks pretty good. We can go to 42K, 44K, you see that there's a lot of resistance there, that's also why I drew the line. On the weekly, and I cannot be tight enough to keep mentioning it and saying it. If the Wi-Fi works, that will be nice. If else, we'll come back to the chart later. Here it is. We still have the blood diamond. And we still have the RSI pointing down, VO pointing down, momentum wave pointing down, money flow pointing down. In other words, we could be pumping up for a day, 2 days, 3 days, and then still get that reversal. But then of course there were these retards that were calling from the bottom for the 21st, 22nd time, whatever. And then we're going lower again. Now, again, I do believe we are going to see that 100k, 200k, 300k. But whenever that happens, I don't care. I pass that point of caring. Meaning that I'm not tired of it. I just know that one day it will happen, and what is exactly necessary for it, we can debate about institutional money and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, it doesn't matter whenever it happens. What matters is what will the price do today, tomorrow, and a week from now, because we just cannot predict where the price will be in a year from now, 2 years from now. We are looking at in the long run. Yeah, that is important. And by guessing the top or the bottom doesn't make us suddenly very profitable traders. Matter of fact, I am not in a trade right now. I couldn't care less if the price goes up or down. I'm not in any position. If we were dumped down out to 20k, so be it. If we pump up to 60k, so be it. I jump on that train. It doesn't matter. Back to the price. You could make a argument that yes, these are all higher lows, which is bullish. These are higher highs, which is bullish. But at the same time, you could say this is a massive, massive bear flag. And if this breaks to the downside, and we are going to take this as a measurement, let's be conservative, let's put it somewhere here. And we're looking at the price. Even lower than our target from what we talked about yesterday, 20k, maybe retesting the top, going as low as 15,500, 16,000. And trust me, all these kids that have investor, crypto trader in their description because they bought for $100 BTC are then suddenly deleting as much crap as they can because they called the bottom already for 22 times and they were wrong again. Again, I am not in the game of predicting bottoms and tops. It's not important, but I'm just saying everything can happen. Again, print this out, write it down, print it out, hang it above your bed that you read it every morning. The price goes higher than you think, lower than you expect. Everything is possible. We could go pump from here and it could be the bottom, we could do 100k, maybe, but we can also go down and then you cannot say, didn't told you so. Alright, I actually have my Twitter open here because I wanted to call out a few names from a handful of crypto crap people that are just in the space and creating all kinds of tweets the whole day for an engagement, and then yeah, because they I don't know, they wink off and I didn't like it, but I changed my mind. I'm not gonna name and shame everyone who's calling now for tops and bottoms saying we're on okay and this was it. I'm just saying that there are multiple scenarios and everything is possible. Let's just I'm not gonna shame anyone. I'm not gonna lower myself to that. I was thinking about it because I was so annoyed, but I'm not gonna do it. Alright, so we could go down tremendously, we could go up tremendously. There's maybe a bear flag, maybe we go down even further to wick out everyone. Maybe we just pump up from here because tomorrow an ETF will be approved. Elon Musk start twittering, USDT becomes a legal tender, whatever. It could be anything. We see on different indicators, let's take the daily. This looks a little bit bullish. We might go higher here. We still have room on the RSI. We pumped up from the golden pocket. But we're finding some resistance here on the ribbons. Yeah, so we could go either way. On the weekly, that may take some time. Actually, I want to take this one on the weekly. We are still underneath the ribbons. You could say that we are still in this trend up, what we just talked about. Maybe a bear flag, we don't know. This very flat doesn't give us any direction. This kind of flat doesn't give us any direction. Here we could say that the volume is going a little bit lower. Don't know if that's so bullish or not. The price always moves in waves. And maybe you've seen that chart multiple times. Matter of fact, let me get this one. Because trading is most of it psychology. that means that most of the people react in the same way most of the time. That means that the chart, or most of the charts, it doesn't matter if you look at stocks, commodities, or crypto, they all move in kind of the same way. Meaning, let me show you. Here's perfectly. Certain assets always go completely parabolic, then drop down, then sometimes there's another pump up where we thought, oh, this was maybe just a temporary dump, we're going higher. That is then a bull trap, and then we're just dying out and we're going into this massive bear market, and then we're just going higher again. And then we have accumulation zone, and we're going higher again, and you have a few big dumps as you can see here, and we're just going higher, and then we are just going down again. We have a bear trap, etc, etc, etc. So in other words, the price always moves in the same way. Now we haven't had this massive parabolic run where everyone thinks this is going to be the new normal and the whole world is going to go over to crypto yet. So therefore I also stated already for, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 months, the bull market's not over yet. We just have, within this massive bull run for maybe a year, 2, 3 years, a bear market that lasts a few months, and then we're going higher again. The crypto space has completely changed in the last 12 to 24 months when it comes down to price action, and you cannot just simply buy a handful of crypto crap, hold it for a year, 2, 3 years, and then you can cash out for a lot of money, and that was it, and look how easy it is. This space is maturing, it is changing, and therefore also price action is changing, and therefore we can stay longer at certain price levels, and therefore calling tops and bottoms is just way harder, because you know, like we said, we have periods where we just hang for a price for a long time, suddenly we're dropping lower, oh, how could this be? I thought we're making a bottom for the 22nd time, and then we're dropping lower, and then suddenly we're picking back up. So price action is just different now. Therefore I do not recommend you to just buy a handful of crypto that you like and then just hold it. Alright, I think I'm almost done. Let me see if I have anything else to say or what I want to show you. No, other than that is that if, let me go back to this one more time. I hope this works. Yeah. We could go up from here again to 42,000, 44,000, and then drop lower. And then the bull diff have played out. We got a relief rally on the 4 hour, and the 8 hour, and 12 hour, and then we're still dumping down. And then the weekly blood diamond is still respected. The weekly money flow is still respected to go down, and all that kind of good stuff. We can go up for a few days before we're going down. Hell, we could even go back up to 48k before we're dumping down to 20k. Now, again, I am not a perma bear. I don't want us to go to 10k. I'd rather have us to go to 200k, 200k. But we need to keep in mind that there are two scenarios, and just because we have 2 green days and we bounce off a perfect moment with a golden pocket and a bull live and all that kind of stuff, that we suddenly say, yeah, this was the bottom and we're going up from here, I think it's absolute crap. Please do me a favor, write down names, statements and tweets from all the people calling bottoms all the time, and compare them over a longer period of time and call them by their name. Yeah, say, hey dude, where are you now? We're now 1 month later, 2 months later, and the price is lower than where we were 2 months, 3 months ago. So again, calling bottoms and tops is unnecessary. It is BS. It is unimportant. What we want to know is, where are we now? Is the price going higher or lower today, tomorrow, in a week from now? And do I need to rotate in a long or in a short? And what is my possible stop loss, profit, whatever. And everything else, all the signals and all the crypto crap of we're going to 100k tomorrow and this was the top, it's all bullshit. It's not important. That was it for today. It was a little bit of a different video. Please think about it. And again, write down, price can go higher than you think, lower than you expect. We can go either way. Just be careful and follow the money. And that will be it. Thank you so much. See you next one.